All right, I think that we are officially live over in Team Thrive Nation, and that's actually where I'm going to be. So I can see your comments. You guys let me know that you're on. We have a lot of people hopping on Zoom as well. That way, if they're not a member of Team Thrive Nation, because they have a zillion other leaders that are 200K and have their own group pages. That way they could actually hop on and join us. So we got some people over in Zoom, got some people over in Team Thrive Nation. I do ask, if you're in Team Thrive Nation, please hop on over there and join the live. So we have some spots over on Zoom for the people that are not a member of the group. And also so I can like see your comments and stuff and say hello and Happy New Year and interact with you guys. It's funny, I actually just texted Courtney. I'm like, I am sweating. And I'll tell you what, that right there, if that doesn't indicate passion, I don't know what does. The fact that I've been doing this for 5 years and still get butterflies in my stomach and start to sweat, that should say something to you guys about how much I love this business. I love this company. And of course, every single day is started out by those 3 simple steps. So you guys, please, if you're in Thrive Nation, please hit the share button, because only members of the group will actually get that notification. But that way, the people that you've invited to this group, or your team members, or your friends that are part of this group, they're going to see that and get a notification. This is our New Year's kickoff, and it's kind of a big deal. Every day is a new day around here, and every day is a new chance to start. I mean, you are alive and well. You are breathing. You are able to type on your computer. You're able to interact. So it is a new chance for you to start. But this is just, I have some things that I want to talk to you guys just from the bottom of my heart, and some exciting things that are coming that I want to share with you guys. We have 2 announcements that we're going to make at the end. So hang in here with me, guys, and we will go from there. And by the way, happy Tuesday. I think a lot of us forgot that today was even payday. So happy Tuesday. And let's see, there was one more thing that I was going to look at real quick before we get started. So yes, please hit the share button so that your friends see that we're live, that they'll hop on. We want people here. Oh, and that's another thing. At 8 o'clock tonight, we've got a leadership call on the corporate line. So let's not forget about that. I know we've got some fun things coming up in the DFW area. So those of you that are in Texas, definitely want to stay in tune to that. So yes, hello, welcome. It looks like we've got a lot of people on now. You know what? How do I go over to my Zoom page? I'll tell you what, I'm kind of feeling a little bit empowered over here that I'm kind of figuring out this whole technology thing. Oh, we've got chats going on the Zoom page too. Okay, I can't go back and forth, or I'm totally going to be distracted. That is one thing. So I've kind of, it's so funny. I know we've got a lot of new people on, and or a lot of, well, we have a lot of new people that have joined our business, but a lot of people that, you may just kind of take a look at me and think that maybe I've got it all together and I'm a super organized person. I'm actually not. I have a million tabs open in my brain at any given moment, and especially end of year and launching new year, like it just the tabs are open everywhere. So I've really tried to focus and really just talk to you guys about the most important things. Like I said, I love the fact, hey Maggie for the Florida Keys, Happy New Year. I'm sure you guys had fun last night. About what this means for us. You guys, I made an announcement a couple of weeks ago about the whole hashtag hustle for joy, and I have actually been putting that out there quite a bit with our leadership. So you've seen a lot of other people talk about that, but to me, I think that is so important, that you really go into this new year knowing what it is that you want out of this. And I should probably plug in my computer. Okay, hold on. I'm going to keep talking, but I'm going to move around a second. What it is that you want out of this, what is it that will bring you joy? Why do you hustle? Why do you put in the time? What is it that this can mean for your family? Hold tight. Okay, is that charging it? Yes, I heard the little beep. Okay, so, you know, one of the things that I like just having some moments of time just to reflect, and I actually put together some thoughts, pen to paper, and put those out. I want you guys to read that, but there's four main things that I think that is super important as we launch this new year. Okay, number one, ownership. Taking ownership for where you are in your business. I think that is so important because the bottom line is that we all know, I mean, guys, I'm going to be honest. I just tell you what I know. And that's all I've done from the very beginning. I share what I've personally experienced, and I share the stories of the people around me that have personally experienced this same thing. It started with me sharing what the product did and what my friends were experiencing with the product. I was even sharing, you know, when I made that phone call to Sheila Fasoni, guys, I was sharing stories from what I saw on a YouTube from a thriver on another team. And I thought, well, if it did that for him, what could it do for Sheila? See, I was just sharing what I knew and the stories that I've known. Well, that's what I do with this business, guys, is I share what has personally worked for me, what I've personally seen make an impact, and what the people around me have personally done. Guys, we have an incredible group of leadership here, and I am continuously learning from them because, see, I understand for me to make an impact, I have to continuously be in growth mode, right? So taking ownership of where we are. You know, I was listening to some podcasts over the last few days, and that's what a lot of people are kind of talking about right now. You know, what was it that we did in 2018 that was really good? What were we really good at? And then what were some things that we could have improved upon, right? Really reflecting on that. You know, what could you have done more of? What did you do too much of? But really being honest about that, right? For me, one of the things is I go squirrel. Like I said, I have a zillion, you know, tabs open in my brain at all times. So I can literally open up Facebook to give a shout out of triple commissions. And then all of a sudden for 45 minutes, I'm looking at my notifications and congratulating everyone and commenting on okay, here's what I did there. I'm letting you guys know that you're important because I want you to know that I'm important. But on the other end of the spectrum, I just got sucked into 45 minutes of probably not really income producing activity, right? And that can go for a zillion other things. I mean, let's be honest. I might get caught up in 30 minutes of scrolling just to see what everybody's up to, you know? So being more intentional with that time. One of the great tips that I heard Brendon Burchard say is he said, you're 60% of your business needs to be spent. Yes, Andrea, I go squirrel. I'm at least honest about that, right? 60% of the time we put into our business needs to be spent on what moves the needle. Okay, let's think about that. 60% of our time in this business needs to be spent on what moves the needle. What do we know moves the needle? It's the stories, right? It's our personal story. It's the story of others. How do we get those stories shared? Our intentional IPA, that's right. Our intentional income producing activities, our intentional 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Isn't that crazy? Okay, so number one is ownership. Taking ownership of where you are. Guys, if it is to be, it's up to me. If it is to be, it's up to you. You are ultimately responsible for where you go in this journey. It is not your upline's fault, your downline's fault. It is not, you can't look elsewhere, right? It was so funny. I was on a Zoom with Darren Mogler, and he was, we do a lot of sports analogies, guys. I raise athletes. I kind of shared a little bit of my 2018 just with what we do as a family because we raise athletes. It's insane, but that's kind of where so many analogies go in my mind. That are so, I love the fact that my kids are athletes because I know that it's teaching them, sports is teaching them so much about life. It's teaching them that they have to show up every day. It's teaching them how to be a team player. It's teaching them that they have to take ownership. They can't point a finger at someone else on that team, right? You know, if it's teaching them adversity, it's teaching them they're going to fall down. It's teaching them, you know, my daughter just played in a championship tournament. It was the first time time our girls had ever won that in the history of, I think our school's been going there 7 years in a row. And, you know, they were down in the championship game, but they didn't just get down and quit. They persevered, you know, and that feeling of that championship is huge for them. And it's probably what's going to, you know, take them and carry them through their state championship that those seniors are, they've had that goal for 4 years to get that back, right? So it's just absolutely, I relate so many things to the sports world, but, you know, Darren was talking about a lot of times, you know, you hear of these kids that quit, you know, and they miss out on, you know, that championship moment or those times with your friends and those memories that you can make as being a part of a team. But why do people quit? It's always somebody else's fault, right? It's the coach's fault. It's the, you know, the teammates didn't care. It's somebody else's fault, right? And then that, you know, 10 years from now, that person that gave up on their dreams, they quit because of what the coach made them do, right? You know, they're like, holy crap, that guy was the best mentor I've had in my life. That guy was just teaching me about life. Now, yeah, there's probably a bunch of crappy coaches that have been out there along the way, right? But ultimately, we cannot ever allow someone else to come between us and where we're going, where we want to go with this journey, right? And that's where that whole hustle for joy comes into play. If you guys read what I put out there about this new year, guys, I said, this is not about how much money you can make in 2018, because I'm going to be brutally honest with you guys here, and I need you to listen up. On one of the very first lifestyle getaways that we ever went on, my husband looked at me and he said, you've got way too many people here that have made way too much money, and it's stupid money, and they don't even know what to do. And I'm being honest, okay? We have had people that have come into this and have been so blessed so quickly, they don't even know what to do, okay? And let me tell you right now, and I think every celebrity we follow, you know, musicians, actors, actresses, people that have made it to the top, you know, and money. Why do you think so many people go off the deep end? Why are there so many people that do? Because it's not money that brings you happiness. Now, lack of money causes a heck of a lot of stress, but you can't just do something for the money or you will be disappointed. Here's what you do, guys. Those financial freedoms that we have talked about here for years have to have meaning attached to them, okay? So that vision board that you have this beautiful home on it, right? You want to build this beautiful house. You think that, oh, when I get the house, I'll be happier. When I get the car, I'll be happy. When I'm 40K, I'll be happy. When I'm this, I'll be happy. No. You've got to find that happiness that is not attached to a number, a dollar amount, a rank. You've got to find, what is it that makes you happy? What is it that brings you joy? What is it that sets your soul on fire, right? Now, that house, guess what? If the meaning attached to that house means you get your kids in the school district that they deserve to be in, that will bring you happiness. If that house is big enough or designed where all the kids can be at your house for New Year's Eve, that brings happiness. That brings joy. Are you following me here? See, what we do is we have to attach meaning with what it is that we want. Guys, that's what we long for. That's hustling for joy. I'm gonna read you guys some of my 2018. I haven't updated. I will tell you, I had a little family meeting today with the kids as far as updating the vision board. Jaden just wants to go back to St. John. Like, they just love the USVI, BVI. Gunner, he wants a hunting ranch. Ralph had mentioned Balmaria State Park. I don't know. It has a natural spring. I did some research on it, printed it out. I have a personal goal to take Gunner once Jaden goes off to college, because I may be in mourning a little bit. I may have to do a trip with Gunner. I want to take him to Fenway Park and Yankee Stadium. Cross said he wants to go back to Iowa. So you Iowa peeps, you know, Jaden ran nationals there last summer. We had a blast. He wants to go back to Iowa. We made some fun memories there. But, you know, my vision board up there, it says empower, give big, make memories, show love. It has 14 personal 200Ks. I haven't met that yet. I'm on my way. More 12K auto bonus earners, drilling around Africa. That's one of the ministries that we support that teaches them how to drill water wells. You know, it has fun RV memories. It has Moxie Matters. That's something we did with our frontline promoters. It has investment properties, college visits with Jaden. Like those are the things. Those are the things, see, that I hustle for, right? But I have to take you back a little bit because yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before? I found a book from 2013 that I had written in, and I have to share this with you. This is crazy to me. This was before LaBelle. Okay, this is before I said yes to the Thrive Experience. This is before, y'all, there is so much freaking power in what we write down. Like, I can't even tell you, and you know this. And this is not just Maria said it. You know this as a universal truth. What we speak about, we bring about. What we think about, we bring about. What we write down, there is so much power in that. And what we visualize, holy moly, if we are writing it down and then it's up in front of us every single day, you better believe that that's going to happen. Kelly, I love that you said, I want the fun house. That is everything that we built around this house. It was the fun house. And like I said, the kids were at my house last night for New Year's Eve. Y'all, my eyes are watering. The latest thing I've been trying to use to make my lashes grow is just kicking me in the butt. So I think it's old and I need a new one. Okay, so this is something in 2013 that I wrote down. I wrote down complete debt freedom. And I put a number by what it said. And I said $140,000 by September of 2014. And I guess at that point, that was how much debt we had, which makes sense. I mean, I didn't obviously include house or car debt, but I included the other stupid debt. Okay, that was 80 grand in student loans. And then we had finance a camper, finance a boat. You know what I mean? Like it all added up to $140,000 in debt. So I wrote that down in 2013 before I ever joined this company, before I ever started thriving. Okay. I wrote down Disney cruise next summer. And I wrote down $8,000. It costs $1,000 a piece to take 6 people on a Disney cruise. I guess I added a little bit of extra in there. I wrote down SUV time flexibility. My goal was to make $4,000 a month. Money for kids' school, and I wrote probably an extra $3,000 a month for the next 5. I guess I was trying in my brain, like, how much money do I need to save so my kids can go to school and not have to take out student loans? I mean, it's just so crazy to me what the things that I wrote down. But I got to go over here. Let me find it. Okay, hang on. Where did it go? Okay, my dreams for my life: make an influence, positive, build a legacy, lives changed, minister, be an encourager, ask God to use me, encourage and motivate, build myself to build others, listen to others. That's all. That's 2013. That's before I ever joined this company. That is crazy to me. So as you're planning your goals, guys, this is what I'm saying with this whole hustle for joy concept is it's not a rank, a dollar amount. What does that mean? Yes, I wrote down the dollar amount that was required to pay off the debt, but why do I need that freedom? Because I'm tired of laying in bed feeling like I'm suffocating every night, right? I'm tired. Those of you that are saying I am 200K, what does 200K mean for you though? Once you get there, what will you do with that? See, that's the important part. Commitment, guys, being intentional. Guys, you have to get in a place where you start over and start over and start over and start over again every single day until it is such a habit. It is not even funny. I was talking to someone earlier today and I'm like, I'm going to be honest, like I've never been able to check out. Like I don't check out. I love this. It is a habit. It is who I am. It is what I do. I don't have to remind myself that I'm a thriver every day. I don't have to remind myself that there is a team around me. I will tell you this. One of my podcasts that I was listening to kind of recommended this. This is going everywhere. It says, who needs me today? Who needs me today? Who needs me today? That visual cue, who needs me today? But honestly, you guys have always reminded me that somebody needs me every day. Why is that? Because there's a hustle, there's a habit. You guys know I'm in the zone. You know that I'm in the game. You know that I love this. You know I'm going to continue it. You know what I mean? So this isn't something that I have to think about. Am I a thriver? Am I building my business today? Heck yeah, I'm a thriver and I'm proud of it. And I don't ever want to go back to where I was before. So yes, I'm going to hustle and I'm going to keep hustling. And every day's hustle, some days are harder than others. Every day's hustle, there's a different motivating factor than others, right? But this is what I do. And guys, this is where you make the decision to show up and keep going over and over and over again. Guys, you've done harder things. Oh my goodness. You're going to tell me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is hard? No, it's not hard. You're going to tell me sharing your story is hard? No, it's not hard. You're going to tell me opening up a Facebook Messenger and connecting a friend to another thriver, that's hard? That is not hard, guys. Let's pick our hard. Our hard is going to the grocery store and checking your bank account before you walk in the door. Hard is not being able to buy name brands. You have to buy the off-brand. Hard is floating rent. Hard is not being able to make your credit card payment. Guys, that's hard. I've lived that hard. I promise you, I've lived that hard. I don't dwell on the past. I could write a freaking book of all the hard. But you know what? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, that's not hard. Let's pick our hard and be honest. That goes back to that whole take some freaking ownership in this, guys. What we ask you to do here is not hard. And you know what? You don't do it for me. You don't do it for Billy Holderby. You don't do it for Tiffany Wagner. No, you're doing it for you. What will this mean for you when you make that decision to go all in, to start all over every single day? You know, I need to find that picture of like that weird crazy face when someone says, oh, we don't do training. Are you freaking kidding me? We don't do training here? That's what we do every single day. I mean, are you guys plugged into our team page here? Are you plugged into our Team Thrive Nation YouTube channel? I mean, I moved the training over to our YouTube channel so you guys have access to it, so you can share it. No, what we do here is not hard. You just have to be plugged in and you have to make that decision every single day. The only difference between you and I is I show up every day. The only difference in you and where you want to be, you know, that person that's where you want to be, is they show up every day. All right, I got to talk to you about armoring up, because you know what? There will be some things that come your way that are going to knock you flat on your butt. Okay, life happens to all of us. And let me just tell you, you have to give people grace because life is happening to them too. Okay, you stay on your mission, you stay on your zone, right? But you have to give people grace because life happens. I'm going to be honest with you. We have had people that have lost their children. They've lost their spouse. They've lost their parents. They've gone through divorces. They've had sicknesses. They have dealt with life things that rock them to their core, guys. Life is going to happen. It's going to happen to you and your team, and it's going to happen in different ways. It does not, being a thriver does not mean that we are immune to the craziness of this world. It only means that we are fueling our bodies with what we need to freaking tackle it, right? And we got an army of people around us that will rally with us. But you know what? If you're not engaged with this army of people that will rally around you, we can't be there. You know what I mean? Like, you've got to make the decision to armor up. And armoring up means being involved in what is going on here. It means taking care of you. If what I say doesn't float your boat, who is it? You know, is it listening to a podcast? Is it Rachel Hollis? Is it Sarah Robbins? Is it, you know, I mean, I don't know who it is. What book is it? What is it that keeps you in the zone, right? You have to grow you have to grow your mind has to be right to handle the craziness that life throws at you. Let me tell you, you also have to armor up with the stories that are going on here, guys, with the stories that are going on here. This is the first thing that I've told people. I've said it for 5 years now. If you focus on what you know, you're good, right? What do you know? What has it done for you? What is it doing for other people? You know, I mean, every day of the week, you can hear a zillion Thrive Experience stories. People still do team calls all the time. People still do. Now we do Zooms. We've got Facebook Lives. We've got our Lavelle YouTube channel. We have our Lavelle fan page. I mean, come on, pick which one you want. I said that on stage a couple of years ago. If you don't know what's going on here, you've just checked out. Like because there's a whole lot going on here and a whole lot of life celebrations that are happening here. You armor up by being plugged into those. But guess what? I can't make you. Your leadership can't make you. You have to decide to be involved, to know what's going on here, right? Okay. Your team's why. Let me tell you, and I said this other day on Jennifer Zant's Zoom, when I pulled up to her house, she has an incredible story as far as that house. And it was definitely a vision, like long before Lavelle. She drove by that house, I think almost every day going to her mother-in-law's, and she wanted that house. I mean, long before this ever, and she had dreams of living in that house. Today she lives in the house. But I'll never forget that feeling. I went to her house, I don't even know, all my years run together. But we had a vision board party at her house. And I'll never forget, the closer I got there, my stomach was in knots. And there's probably a live video that we could scroll back and see on this page. I was overwhelmed with joy because of her house. And I know that sounds crazy, but I felt more excited pulling up into the drive of her place than I did the day I moved into my own. And I love my home. I love my home. But when you help someone else, when you just play a little role, you know what I mean? I mean, that woman says, thank you, thank you, thank you a zillion times a day. I'm like, dude, you're the one that made the decision to do it. Like, you're the one that put in the work. I mean, I've introduced this to a lot of people that haven't ran with it like you have. You know, she did this. Her and her husband did this, right? But I played a role in that, and that brought me joy, guys. Don't neglect your people. The people that got you to 4K, you know what? They want to be 12K. Maybe you don't need $300 a month, but maybe they do. Maybe you're not worried about your car payment, but maybe they're falling apart. They're fixing to file for bankruptcy if they don't figure out a way to get $300 or $400 a month. Guys, sometimes it's not about us. Sometimes we have to remove ourselves and make it about somebody else that will bring us joy. So know your people and know their why. Why do they want this? What is it that has them excited? That is where you will find joy. I'm going to be honest. Anytime in this company, I mean, it's the celebrations. It's that newest VIP 800, VIP 1600. It's that newest person that goes on a car, you know, or gets their car. It's that family. I mean, every time I see you guys post of where you go on vacation in the summer, I love that, because that's always been important to me. I don't know. I mean, before Lavelle, y'all, I didn't have a new piece of furniture in my house. It was all used, right? But we spent money on family vacations because I want to live. I want to create memories. I want moments with my family. And so when I see you guys doing that, that sets my soul on fire. You know, celebrate with your people. And it's okay to remove yourself and go, you know what can I do to help them? But here's the thing. You can't go into management mode. You still got to be excited about what you've got going on. You've still got to be sharing, you know, what you've got going on in your business and what this product has done for you and bringing other people in. Have you looked at our compensation plan? I mean, the best way that you can possibly build your team is to personally enroll. I mean, look at our compensation plan. I mean, it's built so you can help your personals. Isn't that incredible? Showing up, I've already kind of talked about that, guys. We can't stop talking about what we found. 2019, flat out on a mission. You can't stop talking about what you love. You can't do it, guys. I mentioned this in the little blog that I wrote up, guys. Anything that means something to you, you put time and you put effort into it, guys. Our marriages aren't going to work if we don't put time into our marriages. The relationship with our kids isn't going to be good if we don't put time into our kids. Our business is not going to thrive if we don't put time into it, right? We have to make time for what is important to us. We have to. And if we neglect it, we can't point a finger at something else. So put in the time, but put in time with intention. That's why we preach income producing activities. Gossip is not income producing activities. It's so funny. Tanya Ward, I have to give her a huge shout out. She literally finished December, biggest month ever in her business. She's my personally enrolled out in Florida. And she sent me a text. She goes, while the rest of the Facebook world is gossiping, my team is changing lives. Do you have that kind of swagger that says we're on a mission and we're going to change lives? But guys, remember, you have to put time into it. I mean, you know, look at Rachel Hollis, Girl Wash Your Face. She's talked about that book non-freaking stop. Why do you think it's such a success? She's talked about it non-freaking stop. And she says that I'm going to talk about it non-stop. How do you think we're going to grow this Thrive business? We're going to talk about it non-stop. And here's the deal. We're going to talk about what it's really done for us. Guys, those posts that you made yesterday saying what 2018, what Thrive has done for you, that's what I'm talking about. You let people know what Thrive has done for you. If Thrive motivates your butt to go to the gym, post that. If Thrive motivates your butt to eat healthy, post that. If Thrive motivates you to drink more water, post that. If Thrive is sharing it with 2 people, you get it for free every month, post that. If oh, my nose is running now. Sorry about that. You know, what is it? You know, if Thrive is making your car payment, you post that. You know, if Thrive has, I love this. I mean, we've had a lot of people, and we've got full-time teachers here that are rocking their thriving business. They've literally had their car paid for 3 years. Do you know how much of a statement that is, guys? That is huge. And let me talk about this for a second. No one is a failure here unless you just completely throw in the towel. And I love that little thing that says, I tried to throw in the towel and God just threw it back at me. I will freaking throw that towel right back at every single one of you. We're not done. We are not done. Everybody you know isn't thriving yet, y'all. We only have 10 million accounts. That's a population in New York City. So quit telling me that. Like, we haven't reached everyone yet. They're just not ready yet. Good Lord, we're just getting started, right? So nobody's a failure here. Don't you dare say that you failed in your business when you made $30,000 this year. Don't you dare say you failed in your business when your car gets paid for. Don't you dare say you failed here when you haven't paid for Thrive since the month you joined. Do not say you're a failure just because you're pointing a finger at someone else. No, that's where comparison is the thief of joy. And what are we doing in 2019? We are hustling for joy, and we will celebrate. And everything will be a big deal to us. Oh, I'm getting caught up in your comments. I saw somebody say, Thrive gave me confidence. See, guys, that gives you life. This is about so much more. And we need to be honest with really the reality of what it's done. And I'm probably going to remind you of what it's done if I've watched your story. I'm just going to say, if I've seen your life changed, I'm not going to let you say you're a failure. Absolutely not, because I've watched it and I've seen it with my own eyes. All right. I talked to you guys about 60% of our time being spent with what moves the needle. Last thing I want to address here, and this is something that, we talk a lot about, I'm building an empire, I'm building a legacy. And a lot of you, here's the bottom line, guys. Everyone's legacy is built in a different way, okay? You have, and we're all on a different journey, and you need to respect your journey and you need to own your journey, okay? But you need to be proud and you need to celebrate your journey, okay? This is a legacy business, and I'm just gonna say this out here, and I don't know if it's appropriate to post. I know a few people have, because there's just sensitive situations, and there have been times where I've been in a position where I could talk about this and I questioned whether I should, but you know what? I think we need to call spade here, and we need to be brutally honest. This is a legacy business. Your dreams here do not die when you do. Do you realize we have an 80K account that is a legacy account, that a promoter that poured her heart and soul into this business because she loved it, when she passed away, her account is still alive and well. And her children benefit every single Tuesday from the time that she invested here into people. Last night, Shanann Watts was not on my team. We all know that story. Last night, her promoter account went 200K. Her dreams did not die when she did. And there's a lot of celebration over there. And I freaking love it. I love it because I know her team did that. Just like I know this team over here did that for our loved one and made sure her kids are still taken care of. You need to think about the blessings that we have here, guys. When I say you truly can build a legacy here, you truly can build a legacy. Our prayers don't die when we do. Our dreams don't die when we do. And when I say to you, making an impact, we make that here. And the impact that you make does not die when someone else dies or when you die. It is everlasting. And take that to heart, but take ownership in that and responsibility in that. It's not just about, I helped people have more energy today. What if you gave life back to a mom and it revived her marriage, and their marriage is thriving? What if you got a mom? I mean, I swear this business has been built on a mother's why, and then everybody that loves that mama and her friends and her family and her husband and her spouse and her parents and everything else, that to be true. And that is what makes us who we are. It separates us. Don't you dare go out there and try to promote yourself as some network marketer. Newsflash, guys, nobody wants to join you as a network marketer. That they don't want that. That doesn't attract them to you. I can't even compete in that space. And I've probably made more money than most women have in this industry in the amount of time that I have. Nobody wants to join me because I'm a network marketer and I've had a bunch of success. You know why people want to join me? Because I have a solution for them. I have a solution for them. They want what I have because I say I feel good, because I live out loud. They want what I have because I have a solution that'll help them sleep good at night. They want what I have because I have something that'll help them feel good all day long, that'll give them smooth, clean energy all day long. They want what I have because maybe they won't have headaches every other day. They want what I have because I have a solution for them. We want to make an impact in 2019. We will shout from the mountaintops what we have found. We will share what this product has done for us every single solitary day with open arms. Not in an arrogant bragging fashion, but in an open arm fashion that is inviting people to thrive with us, because they deserve to live a life that they deserve. This is a vehicle. We all get to determine what that means for us. Is it a vacation? Is it putting your kid in dance? Is it paying for hitting lessons? Is it sponsoring, a local charity? Is it, what is it? That's what you have to define, guys. Shouting it from the rooftops. Yes, I'm seeing some of your comments. Gosh, I go squirrel. So I look at your comments and I get sidetracked. Okay, let's talk about our announcements. So we have to act, guys. Guess what? Action breeds productivity, which freaking makes us feel good and empowered. I mean, you want to be down and out in this business, just stop doing anything. You will be down and out. If you don't listen to any calls, if you don't hear any stories, if you don't share your story, if you don't reach out to anyone, if you don't make up, you will be down and out in this business, guaranteed. You're going to be down and out. But if you are moving, and honestly, guys, everybody needs to be moving anyway. Like, I'm itching because it is Christmas break and I have not been to the gym like I normally am. Like, my body needs to move. I need to move. I need to drink a lot of water, and I'm way better when that happens, right? The action breeds productivity. Productivity leads to empowerment, but productivity and action will build what you want. I don't know. And I keep saying what you want because I don't know what you want. I don't know what you're hustling for, right? I know this is the vehicle that will get you what you want. Yes, Billy Holderby, connect or you will disconnect. If you disconnect, you'll be down in the dumps and things will not go as you wish. So again, I can't make you, but you can make you. So connect. Okay, here's our promotion. We are continuing our 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have a newly updated link. I will be posting that. I want you to read what I wrote about how you're approaching 2019, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is a daily thing. I'm going to be on Friday. I'm going to be interviewing some more people over here live around the lunch hour. So, because I want you to hear from the people that this is working with, okay? It's working for them. I want you to hear from those people that have been very consistent in that. But 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 will continue. You will submit your points on Sunday night. We're not going to do awards for the most points because everything about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is progress over perfection. I would rather someone send in 3 points a week for 90 days than absolutely nothing at all, okay? Some of our prices are probably going to change up a little bit. I may be sending you guys some great business building tips, okay, or business building tools. Next, though, our new launch for the next 90 days is lives and locals. Why in the heck am I focusing on lives and locals? Because this is a story-driven business. It's all about the Thrive experience. And the more people we can expose to the Thrive experience, the more we grow. The more we grow, you are able to get what you want, right? Because the more you grow means the more you've helped other people. And what did Zig Ziglar say years ago? You can have anything that you want in life if you help enough people get what they want out of life. So lives and locals, but in team fashion. You can team up. I'm going to have to look at this. I don't know if I said you could have 4 people on a team or 5 people on a team, but it's a team thing because I've learned that you guys, when you hold each other accountable, but here's what I'm going to tell you. I want you to join a team that lifts you up, not takes you down. Okay. But what you're going to do, you're going to get 1 point for every Facebook Live that you do that in some shape or fashion, you bring it back around to what Thrive has done for you. Okay. And then you get 5 points for a local event that you attend. Okay. 1 point for every Facebook Live somewhere with a story in there about the Thrive experience, what it's done for you. 5 points for attending an event. Guys, this is huge. It is what has built my business since day one. There's nothing like being in a room. Those of you that have been in a room at a local, what does it do for you? I mean, there's nothing that compares to it. My schedule is going to be insane in 2019. I'm actually heading to Michigan in a couple of days. We've got DFW coming up. I'll be in, where am I going in February? Oh, I'm going to Indianapolis in February. We've already got those things on the books. So lives and locals, it's what it's all about. Your local guys can be at Thrive After 5. Your local can be at lunchtime, you guys sharing some stories. And please do not ever think that a local is not successful if it's all thrivers, because I'm telling you right now, I was already a thriver at my first local and it set my soul on fire. Okay. We're going to eliminate the freaking failure word, right? We're going to focus on doing what we need to do, right? Okay. Which is exposing people to the experience. We're going to spend our time on what moves the needle. And we know that it is the stories that move the needle, and it is creating those stories that moves the needle. What leads to moving the needle, or what leads to creating the stories? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? We've got to be reaching out to people. We've got to be following up to people. We've got to be utilizing social media, adding people to our list, connections with our uplines, right? Share your story, share your story, share your story. You will have a link that you will submit that to with the names of the people on your team. It's basically Google Doc related. So please just make sure you fill that out the right way, because then it converts over to a spreadsheet and it's easy for us. Okay. So those are the biggest things, lives and locals. And we are staying in the zone of the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, because that is what it takes. It works. And it's also, it's that daily consistency. But remember, guys, it's up to you, and this is an incredible moment in time for you. I don't know what the company is going to bring out in 2019. Honestly, I don't care, because I know what I have. See, I don't have to wait on a promotion. I don't have to wait on a launch. I don't have to wait on a new product. I have 3 simple steps first thing in the morning that have rocked my world, changed my life. And you guys have access to that. That's what's changed your life. And that's what you can utilize to make an impact in other people's lives, right? So let's kick this off. Stay committed. It's all about, we are all making a commitment to take ownership, right? We're making the commitment to do the do, to get the get. We are armoring up with the truth of what is happening here, so that combats any negativity or any distraction, right, that comes our way. And we're showing up. We're showing up to the game. You're showing up to the game for you. You're not showing up for me or Chas or Courtney or whoever. You're showing up for you, because you're hustling for your family and what it means for you and your goals. So with that, guys, we're going to end this. I will post the flyer for Paul's call tonight. We've got a leadership call tonight. And I'm so excited about all that is to come. Thank you guys so much. Make sure your teams see this. And with that, I'm going to leave you alone. All right. Bye, guys.